Disaster struck earlier today when a freight train and a commuter train collided, resulting in an explosion and massive amounts of toxic gas being spilled into the air. Ambulances are now taking dozens of those affected to the Rush Emergency Department for treatment.
We're very prepared. With the new emergency department, we have the capacity to handle patients from a number of different types of incidents. In this particular type of incident where we have patients exposed to a toxic chemical, the ambulances pull up adjacent to the ambulance bay. We close the ambulance bay on the front and the back end. We ventilate the air to the outside, and we decontaminate those patients in the ambulance bay itself. We also have a separate water storage holding facility for contaminated water and an air ventilation system.
So what about the city's response?
All right, the city's able to close off the street outside the emergency department, which allows just emergent vehicles to come in. We turn on some fire hydrants on the street itself, and it creates a water curtain, which not only does a gross decontamination of the ambulances, but also starts to decontaminate the patients as they exit the ambulance, and it helps with crowd control.
Batteries on. Very good.
We have a specially trained team just for these types of situations.
How do patients come in through the ED?
In a large situation like this, we'll have them filed through in 2 separate lines. We also try to split out, for instance, gender, or to keep families together. We have an entire hazardous materials response team that accompanies the patient through the process, helps the patient go through the proper steps. We can accept a large influx of patients. So for instance, we can surge up to over 100% of our current daily capacity. The rooms are designed to handle additional patients, so we have double gases, double electrical outlets in each room. And then we also have adjacent treatment areas that are large open areas to treat many more patients. In this particular type of incident, we want to make sure that we don't cross-contaminate our own staff. So we have a special air handling system that exhausts the internal fumes to the outside environment, away from the hospital. And we can also carry that system up through the rest of the hospital and into our Brennan Pavilion, which we're going to use for a large treatment center.
We'll keep you updated as this story develops. This is Jacob Murphy reporting from the Robert R. McCormick Foundation Center for Advanced Emergency Response.